Up next is the infield season preview, and I'll address the VG Von Grisham elephant in the room. And going with Orlando Arcia, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, that we were all surprised because the Braves hyped him up so much. But I had a thought, and I think my dad put this in my head, that maybe they saw how the Freddie Olsen situation played out, and they wanted someone that had a little bit more experience. Starting-wise, Orlando Arcia, because he did twice for Brewers playoff teams before he came to the Braves. Maybe to have a veteran guy that's done it. It might not have been the stopgap we were all thinking. But Orlando Arcia, after VG and Braden Shoemake got sent down, started playing absolutely great on both sides of the ball, and he absolutely crushes the Nationals. I think the shock in all of it is that the Braves might have overplayed their hand in thinking that he was the guy, and then they realized he needed more seasoning at shortstop, and that's totally fine. The only mini concern I have is the depth in our infield isn't. I mean, you got Riley Olsen, Ozzie, and Orlando, and your backup utility is Edhir Adrianza, which I'm not saying Edhir Adrianza is bad at all, because he was the pinch hit homer king along with Pablo Sandoval, and he can give you a good at bat and all of that in pinch hit late situations. That's not a concern. The concern is there's not a lot of depth behind that, just in case. I mean, yeah, you do have VG and Von Grisham. VG and Braden Shoemake, and I fully expect them to be a part of the 2023 puzzle. I just wish the depth in the infield was a little bit deeper, with some more things you could depend on, but maybe they're going to transition one of Braden Shoemake or Von Grisham into a utility type role too, maybe. I don't know. So the infield looks incredible. With Riley Olsen and Olsen having an insane spring. Everybody really having a really good, solid 2 weeks when we started playing our 18 guys. So I expect nothing short of awesome from the infield. And Orlando Arcia's arm is going to really help Ozzie as he recuperates the shoulder strength to his normal after the offseason cleanup. I will say that Orlando Arcia is going to have 15 to 25 homers this year. That is my bold prediction for the infield. Travis d'Arnaud and Sean Murphy are definitely the best catching duo in baseball. There are better individual catchers, but as a duo, in my mind, I don't think that is a question. It's going to be interesting to see how they deploy the two, because I think you want both Sean Murphy and Travis's bat in the lineup, but I also don't want Marcelo Ozuna in left field a ton. I know it's going to happen because we just have a lot of good options and not enough spots type of thing. But I really feel confident that entire infield is going to have at least 20 homers this year. That's my big overall insane prediction there. But I feel really confident in the infield as a whole. I just wish there was a little bit more depth that utility type of depth. Braden Shoemaker and Vaughn Grisham had great springs, and I hope they build on it and don't take getting optioned as a bad thing and just take it as motivation. We will see them in Atlanta for sure this year, and they're going to play a big role, I can tell you that much. But as we start, this is one of the more complete infields we've had in a while, I think, because everybody can beat you in so many different ways with the eagle eye walk, the homer, the extra base at Kings. Matt Olson and Austin Riley were 1 and 2 in extra base hits last year, so it just feels really good as we get ready to kick off the 2023 season. Obviously, the biggest question is probably how you're going to split up the catching duties and how comfortable the starters are with each of them. Travis has been here longer, obviously, but I think Sean Murphy has done a nice job integrating himself quickly, so I don't think that should be an issue, but it's a great problem to have for Snitz. So that is the infield preview plus a couple of boldish predictions. As always, go Braves. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps out a lot. Thanks, guys.